child protection is still a major concern in Kenya. Children are vulnerable to violence, abuse, exploitation, and neglect. Child marriage, female genital mutilation, and child labor are also prevalent in some parts of the country. Children from poor households are more likely to be out of school, malnourished, and at risk of exploitation. While there have been some improvements in child welfare in Kenya, there is still a lot of work to be done to ensure that all children in the country have access to education, healthcare, and protection from harm. Children's homes in Kenya play a critical role in providing care and support to orphaned, abandoned, and vulnerable children. The Springs of Life Children's Restoration Center is one such home and is located in Kenya's capital city, Nairobi.
My wife Grace spotted 4 boys that were totally needy. They were sleeping in the in stalls, wooden stalls in the market, and eating from the dump, and totally homeless. And she convinced them to come home, to church rather. And then when they came to church, after we had a little bit of a talk with them, we felt it was nice to start a home for them.
I came here in Children Restoration 2019.
I was born in Somalia, and then we stayed with my mother. Then we came back to Kenya to stay with our father. After staying with them, we stayed for a long time. Then my mother and father, they ran. I don't know why they ran. Then they left us with my sister outside the door, outside the house. Then my grandmother came and took us.
Back at home, things were not okay between parents. So my mom and dad used to fight a lot. The poor background we were in also forced us to go to the street to look for food. That's why we beg for money and food to keep us going. I came in Springs of Life in 2004 as a young boy. Now I'm a big man. I've been here since that time, and the experience is awesome. Mom and Bishop Paul took me in from the streets. They raised me up in all ways. They took me to school and church. They made sure I grew up in a Christian background so that I do not go astray. Currently I'm in college. I'm taking aeronautical engineering, avionics option.
Once onboarded, a child is provided with the following: access to basic needs such as food, clean water, shelter, and healthcare; access to education, which is essential for their overall well-being; exposure to cultural and spiritual values, which are important in helping preserve their heritage, providing them with a sense of belonging and enabling them to be spiritually grounded; and finally, access to protection and safety to keep them from harm and exploitation. The Springs of Life Children's Restoration Center has and continues to stand as a beacon of hope to not only the people of Kibera, but to many kindred spirits across the globe. The story of Springs of Life Children's Restoration Center continues to inspire and transform children's lives by providing them with a healthy and nurturing upbringing.
Having grown to where it is right now and being in the Kibera slums for all those years, because of the situation that we keep facing, we have experienced serious fire tragedy twice, in the year 2011 and the year 2019. And when the fire could occur, it's totally brought us down to zero. It has been a nightmare for quite a long time. And that's why, because of that reason, we got an idea of looking forward for alternatives. And the alternative we have gotten is, back in the year 2019, after the second fire tragedy, we had to look for ways of getting our kids out of the mayhem, the trouble, the confusion in the Kibera slums, to kind of get them on a bigger area.
Over the past 6 years, the organization has embarked on a series of groundbreaking projects in an effort to expand its operations from the current location in Kibera to a new location 100 kilometers away in an area called Kima in Kenya's Makueni County. The primary purpose of this big move is to fully relocate the children's home to a more spacious, distant land so as to enable the process of rehabilitation of these children to be more impactful.
Here we are right now is the Kima farm, the 10-acre piece of land that we purchased the year 2019, about 3 years ago, mainly for the purpose of putting a home, a bigger place for the kids in the orphanage home. We are looking at putting 200 kids in this place, bring them from the Kibera slums where they are quite congested to this area where they'll have enough place to do their running around and also learn how to do farming. As you can see, this is a farmland, but basically it's mainly for getting the kids out of the city and to bring them here where they can be rehabilitated in a much more better place. And so we're looking forward to putting up structures, buildings, of course, where they will be residing. I'm talking about not just accommodation building, but also a school, because they need to have a learning facilities here where they can be able to continue with their schooling, even being out here. The initiative that we took in 2019 after we bought the land, we've seen a lot of reduction when it comes to the food budget because of the availability of the white corn and the beans. But again, on very, very limited quantities because of lack of constant rainfall in the area. And that's why then a need for a borehole arose, for the borehole to get dug and for us to get water to put on the land. We need roughly about $40,000 for that to happen. After the borehole, we moved to the second phase, which is to get structures on the ground, structures such as school buildings for the kids, because when they relocate to the Kima farm, this wonderful place we have for them now, they'll need to go to school. And there are no schools close by where they can attend without having to walk miles and miles away. So after the school, we got to think about accommodation facilities, rooms or boarding facilities for the children when they get there, both the boys and the girls. And all that is quite another expense. The buildings for the school and the accommodation facilities for the children, we need roughly about $250,000 US. I repeat, $250,000 US dollars approximately. So that is where we are with this program. I'm hoping and praying that things work out and we get funding available. We shall move to the next level.
Since I came here, my life has really changed, and my life has changed, and anything that I want, I'm being provided. And in my education, I'm performing well, and I will have to be a lawyer.
Thank you, Dad. The journey has been tremendous and amazing. I also thank God for using him to transform me and my friends from worthless street boys to something meaningful to the society.
I would like to thank them since they've really helped us a lot with my siblings, and I would like to appreciate what they've done, and may the Lord bless them and increase their territories.
For more information on how you can join and support our cause, visit our website on www.nlrministries.com. Your donations will go a long way in bolstering our programs here in Kenya. Thank you for being an inspiration.